So one of the things that I did to help myself keep track of things is I took a pen that can be erased with heat. You can run an iron over it, disappears. It's black in color because some of my material is dark. I don't know if you can see, I just wrote like mat 1, mat 2. Keep them in order, especially if you're new to sewing and new to following instructions. It'll help you keep track of things. So I just have top side mat 1, and then if when it cuts you happen to have written outside of the area, you can just put a little sticker on there like mat 1, mat 2, what have you, pocket, whatever you need to keep track of. So now I have the dust cover project on here. Just tap on it. I did a search, tapped on it. Gonna make it, fingers crossed. So now it starts you off right away. And each of these is in order, mat 1, mat 2, mat 3, mat 4, so that's helpful. So we're going to do mat 1. We're going to stick, see I didn't put this fabric pen in here yet because you can forget about this real easy and it'll dry out. So that's why it's not in there yet. Snap that in there, cover here. Hopefully remember to put the cover back on it. We're going to continue. Make sure, because you're using the 12 by 24, make sure whatever you're on that you have a lot of space in the back because it'll go out quite a bit. It has been taking a long time to load lately. Sometimes it doesn't find the Cricut, which I'm trying to figure out, but okay, so it found it, good. So now we're going to select medium fabrics like cotton. Little arrow flashes to feed it in. So you don't want to push it, but you want to make sure it's in the grooves and that it's pressed against these little wheels that spin. Another tip is when you're placing these cut fabrics, you want to obviously, well not obviously, but they say, you know, face down, good side down. And what I've learned too is to make sure they don't go too much over to the side because they'll get trapped under those wheels and it'll start pulling and then your cuts will come out jagged. So definitely make sure they're within the lines as much as possible. In case you're very new to Cricut, it's going to start registering where all the ends are. And I don't have a lot of space towards the front, so I'm just holding it lightly. Little C, little Cricut's lighting up, so we're going to hit that because it's ready to cut. And actually it's going to be writing first. So it gives you some marks, like see, it marks it for you, 1, 2, 3, 4. However, sometimes I found, like on my last time I tried this, it didn't show very well, so if you have really dark fabrics, you know, just cut yourself out like, I used Cricut sticker paper and just cut out little numbers to stick on it because they'll peel off the fabric easily. And now it's cutting. I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but just those things that, you know, it's cutting in order of the directions. It will mark it, but you might want to have a pen that will write on it darker. And when it comes out, again, I'm going to keep it in order, you know, faced up or down, however, but just to keep the 1, 2, 3, 4 so that they stack. That's, last time when I first made this, I did it and it was confusing. So now it says load next mat, and a little arrow is blinking for me to take it out. When I pull this up, yay. One of the nice things too, which I didn't understand what they were for until I started sewing and figured out, because I'm not a sewer for a long time. I've only been doing it for a year, but these little tabs like that, this is a triangle. It's to help you line up the fabric. You're going to match the triangle to the other triangle to sew them, so that's helpful. And I'll explain a couple other marks once everything's cut. That I found helpful as well, but didn't understand because I was new to sewing like this. So that's it for now. So here's an example of what I was talking about with the ink. See, it wrote on that area that happens to be dark, so then you can't see that. And you know, if you're new and you're struggling to get through it, the last thing you want to do is squint your eyes and grab a magnifying glass and try to figure out which one it is. So I could just make it out, but I put my little sticker there, and yes, it will come off. I'm 90% sure.